for your weekly dose of pop culture.
With Cassie and Kenny. Welcome to the show.
Welcome. We are back. Or at least, hey, it is pop
Hi,
culture.
everybody. How you doing? I gotta share the screen so you don't get a close up of your man Kenny.
Hello and welcome to Pop Culture. Kathy and Kenny explain pop culture. It's our Saturday night hang, and we're really excited because we have a special guest hanging with us. I'm excited just to be kind of sitting up for a change because I've been pretty much laying back and on my back all week. Still a little raspy, and I got that, I don't know,
How you
kind
feeling?
of deep,
All right?
deep raspy voice thing going.
You feeling better though?
Feeling a little better. I had to have another chest x-ray, a breathing treatment. Just the bronchitis was just really bad. Didn't develop into pneumonia, but man, it felt like it just with the exhaustion and the fatigue and the coughing.
They make you blow into the thing where you had to make the balls go up.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't do that. I remember having to do that after surgery. I didn't have to do that, but I did have to do a breathing treatment where you inhale, and it's a whole thing. But I'm on the mend, getting much better. Try not to overexert myself. But I am excited because I just I'm so excited that I just messed up the screen. But we have a special guest with us in the house.
As you see, we have my son George here.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Jorge O'Connell making his not even debut because he's been on before because he gave us that classic take on the blackest Disney cartoon.
Goofy movie.
Still is the Goofy movie. Let's see who is in the house. Scooby Life. Hey, Scooby Life. One of our top pop culture kids. Also joining us, hey, Dina from Silver Linings Home Place. And let me tell you, I don't cook, or I consider myself a cook, but not a gourmet cook. But Thursday nights at 8, she does a stream, Silver Lining Home Place, that is the bomb. And, usually a good drink she serves up, and then something really simple and easy to cook. If you like cooking streams, even if you don't like cooking streams, you'll love her cooking stream. The pantry cam is no joke. So thank you for hanging out with us.
What's her name? Dina?
Dina, yes.
Dina, I have a great couple of recipes for tuna fish.
No, she will not touch your tuna fish recipes. Trust me.
Make tuna fish, boil an egg. Make tuna fish with the egg. Mix it up. Put some pepper and oregano on it, Dina. I'm telling you, you're going to like this. Then, instead of using mayonnaise, wait a minute.
Wait for it.
Use honey mustard. Now, while you making that with the honey mustard and tuna, over on the side, you got pork and beans boiling. Pork and beans. Right? So when the pork and beans nice and done, the tuna's done, these on one side.
I was healing.
You put the tuna on the other side of the plate, and then you mix them together. The pork and beans and the tuna. I'm telling you. Dina,
this is why we don't cook on this show. This is exactly why. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Just saying. Hey, Ed Brown's in the house. Ed Brown's in. And what in the world are you eating? I thought we got over the whole eating on the show. We were going to eat before the show or after the show.
I got Peeps.
Peeps.
Hey,
Ed. Ed Brown is in the house. Why don't you?
But you better when you was a kid.
I know you say that every time I've been on.
Okay.
With it as well.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm old. I forget.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, why don't you earn your money and kind of introduce our guest and kind of give some of his credits?
Okay.
Can you do that?
George, right here, is my son. This is George, my son. You know what, George? I'm gonna let you talk about yourself.
Wow, what a host!
Hey, George is gonna tell you what qualifies him to teach us Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, sure. So I teach Dungeons and Dragons to teens and tweens virtually through like camps and sessions. And it's on adventuringportal.com if you have any kids or anything that you want to keep busy after school or on spring break. It's a great opportunity. Also, just play a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons. I love Dungeons and Dragons. And there it is. Check it out. We got some games coming up. You might have me as a dungeon master or somebody else, but it's a fun time.
Now, in this game, you take the kids who've never played Dungeons and Dragons before. You take them through the whole experience and teach them how to play the game.
Yes, yeah, for the most part. Some of them, I would say, most of them already have some familiarity with it because they, have some kind of interest already. So they might know it already, but they might not have the access to other people. That's a big part of the game is socializing and being with people. And with COVID, it was tough. That's when this business got started to kind of facilitate for that. But if you don't have like people around you in your neighborhood that are also into D&D, I know I didn't as a kid. So we kind of host it, and people from all over the place can play.
Now let me ask you a question. For the website, what ages, if anybody has any kids out there, any parents with kids, or any nieces or nephews or whatever, what ages do they teach?
I believe it's like 6 or 7 on up to like 16.
6 or 7, they get that at 6 or 7?
Maybe not 6 or 7. Don't quote me on that. Maybe 8. I don't know where it starts. I think the youngest we've had was that I've dungeon mastered probably 9.
Okay.
But
okay,
it's a fun game. Though.
Even at 9 to get a game like this, because I got a feeling Kathy and I are going to be struggling a little bit.
Dina's saying she'll let you make that for her. That's scary.
We're saying you and Dina, I'll come to you.
She's in Washington State.
Washington State? Hey, I'll be going. Look, I'll come to you. I'll make it.
And I know, I was kind of excited too to see that you're kind of working with this online company to do like Dungeons and Dragons. Because one of the things I think that we kind of, or people kind of got into or missed during the pandemic, people were in their houses and not getting to socialize or do things. And I think this is so great that at least this game is getting to be carried on because it is a social game. And I kind of hate the fact that with computer games and the role-playing games, kids have gotten away from doing those games where you're in a room together. And one of the things with Dungeons and Dragons is that it is tapping into like that social aspect, that imagination aspect, and that that was something that kids are kind of missing and getting away from when they're just doing these like first person shooter games, that they're not making the connections that something like a game like Dungeons and Dragons can allow you to do.
And I'm going to say something. George is not only with Dungeons and Dragons, but this guy is a game master. He has tons of games. Whenever you come to his house, as you know, from Christmas time,
yeah,
and Mom beat us in all the games we played.
Oh, I know.
He's cheating. But
what was that game we were playing? That Western game. It was kind of fun.
It was Bang. That's a
Bang.
Just, Bang.
Yeah. Mom beat us in that, didn't she?
She did.
Because part of it was like the strategy of it, and I know and again, I know. There was a time where game night was sacred, where you would play games like, Monopoly. And I remember we went through this whole, backgammon phase and all kinds of, Trivial Pursuit. Oh my goodness.
I can't find anybody who wants to play Trivial Pursuit with me. I love playing Trivial Pursuit. I can't find anybody who wants to play it.
So, hey, in the comments, let us know, were you a Dungeons and Dragons player? I know I never really played which is one of the
I think he's a Dungeons and Dragons guy.
who?
Steve.
Oh, Steve. Oh,
He's here.
Steve's here, and Ed. They are here. And so Steve is a Dungeons and Dragons player.
Yeah.
See, I've never played, so that's always curious because it felt like, oh wait, it's too hard for me to play. But then as I've been reading about it this week and kind of like understanding some of the rules, and we actually put a link in the description to the Vox YouTube video that kind of explains Dungeons and Dragons, and a couple of ones that I've listened to. I'm surprised this would be right up my alley because it, deals with just kind of like imagination, creativity, and that kind of thing. So that's why I'm kind of excited for tonight.
Before we start, as a dungeon master, are you going to do your English accent?
Oh yeah,
I do it.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a fantasy world. To me, it's like it defaults British accent, right? Like if you're in a fantasy world, it doesn't sound as cool.
So that means I can use my British accent.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so bad.
What is wrong with my British accent?
It's just really bad.
I do a good British accent.
Listen, we encourage all kinds of role playing, good and bad. So it's all welcome.
Wow. Okay.
I wanted to have again.
I could be a Rastafarian man.
Oh gosh, that's so bad. So now
American.
And I know one of the big parts of the game is having the dungeon master, because to me it seems like having a good dungeon master is going to make or break your game. Is that true or not?
Yeah, well, I would say yes, but it's what the group is looking for. You could have a group of people that just want to kill monsters, and you have to have a talk with typically when you're starting a game, you should have a discussion with the dungeon master and the players on what the expectations are. Somebody really might want to play a game that's more based around like exploring and Indiana Jones kind of dungeon crawling. Other people might be trying to just kill everything, loot everything, and just get all the money and reward. Other people might be into the role-playing aspect and like character building and background and stories and stuff. So, you might have a dungeon master that doesn't vibe with what you want to do. Doesn't mean they're a bad dungeon master. Just means it's not the game that's for you. Because each dungeon master has their own style of playing. So I would say there's no right or wrong way.
Now, when George called me this morning and we picked our characters, he asked me what kind of character I wanted to be. I said, I want to be somebody that teleports. He goes, no, Dad, that's not. Do you want to be like a rogue, a scoundrel, a thief? I said, and he told me that, like, what am I, a scoundrel? A rogue?
You're a rogue.
I'm a rogue. He said a rogue is somebody who's sneaky and everything. I said, yeah. Well, first he said a rogue. I said, yeah, I want to be a rogue. I want to be the kind of guy that take your woman from behind your back. No, Dad, that's not what it is either. Okay.
Well, no, I did say that's a bard, a musical wizard that seduces and charms people. That is a thing to it. There's something for everyone in D&D.
Okay. And again, there's the address for that, adventureportal.com. If you have students who want to, and I guess that's a site specifically for kids, right? It's not for adults.
We have, I will say we have hosted parties for some of the parents that were interested after their kids joined in.
Oh,
and
cool.
we were able to find a dungeon master and figure out a plan for like a couple of moms that were like, oh, I want to try this too. They saw their kids having fun.
Yeah.
So.
Last was it like 2 months ago? I had George with me. We had to go to a friend of mine's house, and the father had the kids and a friend of the kids all sitting around a table, and they were starting Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, that's cool.
When we got there, they were trying to do Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay. And I also want to mention too that in addition to being our dungeon master, George is also an excellent artist, and you can commission him for paintings as well as support his work at o'connellillustration.com. And so by all means, there's a link in the description. Check that out as well. Okay.
If you ever catch me on Facebook or Instagram and you look at the picture of me throwing paper, George did that.
Yeah, that's his graphic. All right. So let's get into the game.
All right.
The game is afoot. So what do we need to do first? Or actually, what are the components of the game so that we know what we're getting into for the newbies who are learning?
Okay, so there are three components to the game. There is adventuring, that is exploration, that is, trying to jump over a valley that's full of dangerous things, or searching through something, or rooms. There is the social interaction, which is like role playing and interacting with. I take the form of the entire world of Dungeons and Dragons, so I am every person that you meet on the street, and role playing and talking is the second part. And the third aspect of the game is combat, where you roll dice, and it's like combat. Typically, there's a map, which I can show you. It might look, something like this. It has squares on it, and you can have your characters. Hold on 1 second. Okay, for example, you'll have your figurines that will go on the map as such, and you roll dice, and you see if they attack or hit or miss each other. And I'd say those are the three. So social interaction, adventuring, exploration, and combat.
Cool. And Steve is saying it's such an addictive game. I was the worst at picking locks.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine, is it better to have more players or fewer players?
Too many players is chaos, and too little of players is not as fun as it could be.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're finding a sweet spot. Like four is probably a sweet spot.
Now, what's the longest like Dungeons and Dragons game you've ever been involved with? Like, have they gone on for like months or years? Or
I'm in one right now that's going on the second year.
Wow.
I was a dungeon master for one that was almost 2 years as well. When I was in Japan with a couple of other expatriates, we had a Dungeons and Dragons game going on, and there's just a way to get to know the other people in Japan that spoke English. So.
Oh, that's cool.
2 years.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So again, with that whole social aspect of it. Yeah. All right. Now, I know we have character sheets and all kinds of goodies to get into. So.
Yes, you do. Excuse me for 1 moment.
Mm-hmm. So, Kenny, you were up to changing your character's name already. Yeah. I can't even pronounce my character's name, so I might have to change it. I downloaded the app.
I changed my character's name to Nigel Knight.
Nigel Knight.
Yeah, Nigel means champion or dark. So Dark Knight.
I wonder why. No guesses as to why you would do that. Of course.
Nigel.
Of course.
All right. Well, should I start?
Okay. Yeah. Let's
get. Cassie can pick her character's name.
You're picking your character's name.
What? How do you pronounce my character's name?
Zemena.
Zemena Hornraven. I like the Hornraven part. Zemena Hornraven. I like my character's name.
Cool. Great. Awesome. You are I believe a human. You are a human wizard. So think of what your character looks like, and then I'll let you introduce them in a moment.
Okay.
Okay. Oops. So You start your quest, traveling together by foot, down the famous rambling path through the Oak Grand Forest. The sun is high in the sky, but the trees overhead provide plenty of shade to keep you cool from the sun on this long journey that you've been on together. The two of you are headed towards the town of Cloverhold to aid the mayor, Mayor Goldenring, with a problem. Apparently, his town has been attacked at night by an unknown creature that has been taking and killing the livestock and any farmers or guards that get in its way. A large bounty of 500 gold has been put on the creature's head that has attracted the likes of you two. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves? Who are you? What do you look like? What's your personality? What kind of vibe you giving off? So, why don't you go ahead?
Okay.
Nigel Knight.
I am Nigel Knight. I am not to be messed with. Hold on, Pat. I want to start over again.
By all means, go ahead.
I am Nigel Knight, and I am a rogue, and I can kill you just as fast as steal from you, and I will trick you until I get what I want. So,
can you describe what your character looks like? You don't have to be in
okay.
your character if you don't want to, but describe a general description.
Oh, beware my good looks, my gray goatee, my bald head, and my all black with purple laced.
Robe.
Yeah, like a robe.
Okay.
And my knives and my swords and stuff.
I don't have a. Okay. I was looking at my character. Okay. I am Zima Hornraven, a very young, spry, 24-year-old wizardess. I want to be a wizardess. I don't want to be a witch necessarily. Casting my spells.
You can be a
with
mage.
my huh?
There's
A
female,
mage.
there's female wizards. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh yeah, I'm a female wizard. With long, dark braids that come down almost to the ground of my 5'8" frame. Long, skinny hands. And you know what? I don't think I have one on my sheet, but I think I want a companion. I don't know.
Okay. What kind
I
of
want something almost like a little gizmo type furry. I don't know.
So wizards typically have familiars, they're called.
Familiars. Yeah.
They are like kind of, you actually create them from magic. So they can look however you want them to look like. And they're your little side guy. Like they usually have like a little dragon on their shoulder kind of thing or whatever you want.
Yeah, I kind of want like a cross between like a gizmo and a gazoo. I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Something
Yeah, you have this kind of, on your shoulders sits this kind
on my
of
shoulder.
This kind of
Just kinda
gym
sit there.
and kind of looks like something out of like Fraggle Rock almost.
Who's
like,
Gizmo?
kind of sitting on your shoulder. Gizmo's from
Gremlins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gizmo.
And Gazoo from, the Flintstones.
Right. Yeah. So it kind of takes the form of this kind of Muppety looking, Fraggle Rock looking
Fraggle Rocky. Exactly.
thing on your shoulder. Awesome. Does it have a name?
Oh, no. I don't have a name for him. I don't know. Maybe I can get a name from the comments. Steve, help me out.
How about name him Stain? Because if he's always on your shoulder, at some point he's going to poop.
No, I want something more mythical and something almost that just the very name could conjure up a spell.
Magic Stain?
All right, well, we'll see in the comments what happens.
We'll see in the comments.
Keep going. All right, so please request the name for the familiar or submit a name.
Submit a name for my familiar.
So as the two of you walk down the path, let's say you guys are kind of new acquaintances, but you're getting to know each other over these past couple of days. You guys have formed a bond, not extremely tight, but enough that you are, have each other's backs. As you walk down the path, you realize that the birds have suddenly stopped chirping. The silence is strange to both of you. I'm going to have you guys roll me a perception check. This will be your first dice roll of the game. You are trying to perceive what is going on around you. So you're going to roll me a perception check, which means you're going to roll a d20. That's a 20-sided die. Whenever I say
20.
D and then a number, it will be this. So it'll be 11, and then if you go to your character sheet.
Okay, and then I come back to my character sheet.
Okay, now
or my character sheet.
Yes, on yours, and you can zoom in if you can see on your phone or something.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I had to zoom in on my phone.
On your phone, where it's highlighted green, there will be this. It says skills, and there's like a list.
Yeah.
Of skills that are highlighted green. If you look down, one of them, it's in alphabetical order. You'll see perception.
Yes, I have a +1.
Okay, so you rolled an 11 plus 1. That is a 12. And what did you? Ooh, that is an 18.
Oh, that's a high numbers are good, right?
Yes, they're very good. Yes, an 18 plus
2.
Plus 2. Okay. So basically, you guys, how the game works is you guys roll for things, and I have a thing. I decide, it's already been decided what you roll, and if you succeed or fail based on the number that you roll. So you rolled a what?
18, and my perception is +2.
Okay. And Ximena, you rolled a
11.
11. Okay.
And my perception is +1.
Okay, so 12 and a 22. Right.
Now you created these cards for us. If you don't have skills, how do you get them?
You roll dice. It's building a character. You can if you buy the player's handbook, you can find it at a Target or Walmart or basically anywhere now. It's very popular. It'll tell you how to build your character. You roll dice and you add what you want to certain abilities to see how good you are at those.
Okay.
Okay, so with a 12, Ximena, you hear something rustling in the bushes ahead of you. You, Nigel, also hear something rustling. You hear it ahead of you. You also hear it to the left and to the right of you.
Okay.
As well. Ximena, you don't pick up on the left and right, but you did. Now, what would you guys like to do?
I want to find out what's behind the bushes because it might attack me.
Okay. So what do you want to go investigate? Where? There's sound to the left, to the right, and ahead of you.
Can I investigate all three?
Not on your one. You can't be in 3 places at one time.
Oh, can I send her to investigate one?
Yeah. I mean, so this is where you guys would roll.
Well, so don't we have to work together, or
yeah, you guys can figure this out together.
You hear 1, I hear 3. I'ma stay here.
But you hear better.
Hear the one you get.
But I'm saying if we choose not to investigate it, like
and they attack us.
So if we, and we could be attacked.
Yeah.
But if we go together and investigate, then
investigate the one.
Here's the thing: if it's something that's going to help us both on our quest, why don't we go together and investigate?
Yeah, well, okay. So both of us are going to die.
Why does it always have to be somebody's going to die?
Because you're investigating something you don't know what it is. So we send you in and says you only hear 1. The ones from the sides might attack you, and I'll know what to look for, and I can stay alive. Is that how you play?
In the midst of your arguing, on the dirt path, you from ahead of you, as you guys are arguing back and forth on who's going to go first. Will we investigate? You stay here, or should we both go? As that happens in real time, there is ahead of you stumbling out into the path is a man who is holding his stomach in pain as he stumbles forward. And he falls down. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts so bad. Oh.
We have to help him.
We gotta step over him and keep it moving.
I don't know if I can play with you.
So this
You don't want to help anyone?
This is
Okay, sir, who has injured you?
Oh, I need help, please.
How can we help you?
Please, I need you to administer medicine. He drops a vial on the ground, and it looks like he said, "My medicine, please."
Nigel,
What
give
kind
him
of
the
medicine
medicine. Give him the medicine. Come
What kind
on.
of medicine is it?
He's laying on the ground. He goes, "Oh, quick! I need help."
Why do you need medicine? What happened that you need the medicine?
Ow! He seems to be in too much pain to answer you right now. What would you like to do?
You take the medicine and let him die, because whatever did that to him might do it to us.
Now, can we roll dice again? It could be a trick. Steve is saying it could be a trick.
I'm saying let him die.
Roll me another perception check. Actually,
All
no,
right.
no. Roll me insight. So roll me a d20 again. And
Okay.
roll me,
Hold on. Let me
and then add your insight.
get my dice again. So I do another 20-sided die. Do I have to clear it or just roll it again?
You can just roll it again, I think.
Wait, it's just going up by one.
Okay, then never mind. Then I would go back and
Let me clear it.
yeah, then just click
Oh,
Oof.
a
All right,
3.
Add your insight. What is your insight?
My insight is 2.
+2. So you rolled a 13 +2, so you got a 15.
My insight is only +1.
And what'd you roll?
All right.
Okay, so you rolled a 4 total, right? Samantha?
Yeah.
You feel like this guy's really hurt and needs your help. You are convinced that this man needs your help, Samantha.
I am.
You needed a 15 and you got a 15. So you can tell that this man is acting and isn't actually hurt. As you do notice this, from behind you, you spin around, and although they were trying to get the jump on you with that 15 of insight, they have successfully not got the jump on you as 2 bandits approach from behind you out of the bushes. And the bandit on the ground stands up and pulling from his pocket a dagger. And he goes, "Oh, I guess I can't fool you, huh?" I would like you guys to roll initiative. So this will start combat.
Okay. So I'm rolling my 20-sided dice.
So you're rolling your 20-sided dice.
Okay. Let me clear my dice.
Ooh.
What'd you get?
A 1 he rolled.
Ooh, let me
So
roll.
Actually, it's probably...
Whoa! I rolled a 20.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so it's a 20 plus...
Let's see. I don't have initiative on here.
Okay, so the initiative is going to be highlighted in green toward the top center of the character sheet.
Okay, initiative +2.
Okay, so it's 22 you have rolled then.
22. Wow.
Okay. Okay, so it is going to go... What did you roll, Tom?
I rolled 1.
So plus
2.
So
3.
3. Okay. Okay. All right, cool. So now combat has officially started. So typically it's a little easier. We would have a map and you can understand things, but we're going to use theater of the mind for this. So if you would, Ximena, you are up first. You are standing next to Nigel. In front of you, probably about 10 feet ahead is a bandit that was on the ground, and probably 20 feet behind you are two bandits as well, to the left and right of you.
Well, since I had those high points, that means I've been able to overtake the bandits. With I rolled a 20 and then I had a.
You were going to go first. So on your turn,
Mm-hmm.
you can move, you can attack, and that's kind of it. And you have a bonus action, which could be like talking or to your partner.
Can I attack and take his dagger?
Who would
I
you
mean,
like
I already have a dagger, but
yes. So you would like
you
to
can't have too many daggers.
Okay. Would you like to? How would you like to attack him? You're going to run at him. I have highlighted on your character sheet in blue are your attacks.
I have a quarterstaff.
So on the right, you'll see highlighted blue. Those are spells that you have.
Ray of Frost, man. Oh,
I like Apollo for a pet name.
I like Apollo for a pet name. Thank you, Scooby Life,
Well, it is.
for my pet Apollo. Scooby Life suggests Apollo. In Greek mythology, ravens are associated with Apollo, the god of prophecy. They are said to be a symbol of bad luck and were the god's messengers in the mortal world. Since my name is Ravens or Horn Raven, so that's cool. That's appropriate.
Yeah.
Let's see. Some of my strengths and spells are the Ray of Frost, the Magic Missile, Witch Bolt, and Melf's Acid Arrow.
Yeah. So which of those sounds cool to you? We'll just go with it.
Oh, which one do I want to use? I think the Magic Missile. I mean, that's just kind of like kill and overkill.
Yeah.
Maybe just a Witch's Bolt.
Okay, cool. So for a witch bolt, what you are going to do is 1 second.
Yeah, I think a Witch Bolt.
Yes. So I have a handy app on my phone that tells me all of these spells, and so I can just pull it up real quick.
Oh, cool.
A beam of crackling blue energy lances out toward a creature within range. Form a sustaining arc of lightning between you and the target. Make a ranged spell attack against that creature. So roll a d20.
Okay, let's bring my dice back up. Roll another d20. Whoa! And I got another 20.
Did you really? Okay. Wow. So you're going to add a d20, and then you will add +5 to that, so 25 to hit. That definitely hits. Which means you are going to deal 1d12 lightning damage. So now go back to the app and roll a d12.
Okay. So, this one was the 12.
Yeah, the one with 12 on it.
9.
That is just enough to fry this bandit. What does it look like? What does it look like when you strike him with your beam of energy?
Oh, again, a blue light hits him and he kind of shakes and trembles, and his life force is all zapped up and he passes out.
Passes out? Kill him!
Well, okay, yeah.
You can choose whether or not you want the enemy to be unconscious or die.
Kill him, real
unconscious.
Unconscious. You fry him just enough to leave him asleep on the floor as smoke kind of comes off of him from burnt hair.
Exactly.
Cool. And now, so this is the guy in front of you. He is down. I have a map here.
When he falls down, why don't you give him a pillow?
Let me see if I can show you this. I have a map
here.
Cool. So this is you with your magic. This is Nigel. This is the guy that you were shooting, and these are the two people that are coming from behind you. So you have fried him. I'm using these werewolves as bad guys, but
Oh, that's so cool.
I didn't think we were going to be showing this, so I'll use actual. There we go. Okay. Oh, actually, and I do have a better.
Is there a central location we're headed for, or we just?
No. This is just to show the squares on the map. It doesn't actually look like this.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, so he is down in front of you. You have your movement. You can move backwards towards somebody. You can run away. What would you like to do? Hello.
Kathy?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm here.
What
I'm
do you
just.
wanna do?
I was so fascinated with the with the.
Do you want to move towards somebody? Or you want to move forward?
Should we
got
move
four
towards the
bandits.
guys in the back?
Yes, you can. So you're gonna move this way.
Because they, yeah, I'm
move-
going to move towards them because now that they've seen what I did with this guy, I don't know. They might need to back off.
Okay, so you're gonna move this way. I'm gonna have you walk toward them. Roll me an intimidation check. So roll me a d20 again, and then go to your skills and are highlighted green, and see how much you have to your intimidation.
Let's see. Let's
I don't
roll
know.
another d20. Oh no, I rolled a 1. That's not going to be good.
Yeah. So they
And
see their buddy-
intimidation, I have 0.
Yeah. So as you move toward them, they see that you let their friend live, and so they're like, "Oh, she's not going for a kill shot.
Ah.
I'm not worried about it."
Oh, should I kill him? Kill him, be killed in Dungeons and Dragons.
Ah.
Yes.
All right. I'm learning. I'm
All
a
right, so
newbie. This is my first game.
That is your turn. Now, next up would be this bandit, but he is unfortunately deceased. So it is instead.
No, he's knocked out. He's not.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's knocked out. So it is going to be this bandit. He's going to move forward to Ximena. He is going to attempt to attack with his scimitar, his sword, like one of those swords that the guy that was fighting Indiana Jones had, with where he was spinning them around, like one of those. As he goes to hit, it is a 12 to hit. Now on your character sheet, Ximena,
Mm-hmm.
on your character sheet, up in the top next to the initiative, there's something highlighted orange. What is
Okay.
what is the number highlighted orange?
My armor class,
Yes.
12.
Okay, so that is a hit. I needed 12 to hit. If it meets, it beats. So that's going to be an attack on you successfully. Let's see. So for 5 slashing damage, as this guy runs up, pulls out his sword, and swipes across your robes, and you feel the sword cut into your flesh and burn.
Now this is going to turn me into the kind of person who is going to kill people now.
That's what you should have done in the first place.
This guy is going to run up and try to get the jump on Nigel over here. As he runs up, he's going to attack with his sword. That is not great. That is a 11 to hit. What is your armor class?
13.
So it does not meet your defense, so it does not hit. As he goes up and swipes at you, you dodge out of the way.
Ha!
You
Ha!
dodge
You
out of
missed
the way. You scream as he kind of looks frustrated now. And just,
Come get some.
All right. So next up is going to be finally Nigel. You are now facing off against this guy here. What would you like to do?
I like to. Can I roll and beat him?
Yeah. What would you like to hit him with? You have your weapons here.
Oh, my weapons?
in blue.
Let me see. What can I kill him with? What's the best thing to kill him with? Oh, I'm going to take my rapier.
Yes.
And I'm going to knock his head off.
Mm-hmm. 7 plus 4.
Yeah.
So that is an 11.
Yes, 11.
2 hits. As you pull out your rapier, and leap forward with it, and you're like, oh, got him, and you realize it just caught his cape as he just moved out of the way. As a miss.
Ah, slick, huh?
All right. Is there anything else you would like to do?
What can I do? Can I kill him?
Unfortunately, you missed on your turn. I don't believe you have an extra attack.
Yeah, I can.
You can disengage as a bonus action. So meaning you can kind of get away from him now without him attacking you. Or you can get away from him and try to like hide in the bushes and then pop out and attack him.
I ain't nobody's punk.
Okay.
But I'm gonna run.
Okay. So you disengage.
I'm disengaging.
You run away into the bushes.
Okay.
We'll use these dice here to represent the bushes in which you are hiding. As you are here now. Hide in the bushes. Away from him. So roll me a stealth check. Roll that black dice and add your stealth to it.
15.
15 plus
6. That's 21.
21 is very good. It looks like you have blended in with the foliage around you. No one can see you.
Good.
You didn't even exist before this.
Good.
That's how sneaky you are.
Yeah, sneaky.
All right. So top of the round, it goes back to Zemina.
Zemina,
You are here.
Horn Raven. So wait, where am I?
You are here fighting this guy.
Oh, I still gotta fight this guy.
And this time, would you please kill him?
Okay, so do I need to roll again?
Yes. What would you like to attack him with? Look at the blue on your character sheet.
Let's see. I might need to, as much as I don't want to contribute to the world's suffering, I might need to
Charm
just
him if you would like to.
Huh?
Kill him!
You have an ability called Charm Person. You can charm him
Ooh.
and turn him away and say, "You don't want to fight me," and charm him.
Kill or be killed.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I'll do. What die would I roll for that?
And what if he can't be charmed? Kill him!
Oh wait, how do I know what die to roll?
So you don't have to roll anything for this. You just have to say you have to do a verbal and somatic component. Verbal is speech and somatic is like a movement with your hands. So what does it look like as you attempt to charm him?
Okay. Ooh. I think I'm gonna cut my hands together like this. And Blixnay, Blixnay, Blixnay flew.
As you say that, so he rolled, and he rolled a 3, so that is a failure. So he is successfully charmed by you.
Lucky, you lucky.
He regards you as a friendly acquaintance now, and the spell lasts for 1 hour. He considers you a friend. But after the spell ends, he'll remember that he doesn't like you again.
Should have killed him.
So basically, he says, as you hit him with your charm spell, you see his eyes kind of blink for a second as he goes, "Oh, hey, it's you! Oh, jeez, it's great to see you out here. How did we get here again?"
Of course, we were walking through the woods, and you were going to give me some of your possessions, your weapons and your coins.
Really?
Yes, yes. You wanted me to hold them for you. Here, I'll take them, and you run along that way into the woods
Come and take his friend.
He goes.
with your friend.
He kind of goes. "Huh, I forgot. You're right," and starts reaching into his stuff. But that'll be the end of your turn.
Okay,
Cool. Great. Awesome.
but I got stuff.
So next up will be now his turn, and he will hand you his scimitar, his sword, and he hands you a light crossbow. And he hands you both of those things, and he hands you a potion of healing.
So now, if we were playing and I had my card, would
Yeah.
I be writing all these things that I'm getting?
Writing stuff down like, cool, I got this now. I got this now.
Okay,
So you have a
cool.
potion of healing as well. And he goes, all right, well then, I'll see ya. And he just turns and just screws off into the woods. And he's gone.
What about this guy? You said take your friend with you?
So, you said take his friend with it.
Yeah.
As he said, he goes, "Hey, Oscar, come on!"
What?
And as he walks away, he's more interested in leaving. And so for his turn, he kind of looks over, and he's like, "What in the world is going on?" And he's gonna roll a dice to see if he knows that his friend is being tricked.
So now, do the turns come in a certain order, or is it basically
It's
based
the
on what the
initiative.
direction of the story?
No, the initiative that you rolled at the beginning of the game, at the beginning of this fight, determined who the turn order.
Okay.
So it goes you, then the bandits, then him. You, then the bandits, then him. So the bandit here saw that you did this thing. Now that it's only you and him on the trail, because he ditched you. And he goes, "Hey, what are you doing to my friend?" And he pulls out his sword and he runs at you. And he goes to, so he has now run from here over to you. He's going to make a swipe at you. That is a 15 plus 3. That's an 18 to hit you. I believe that hits your armor class.
Oh, wow.
So he's
I don't get to roll to defend myself.
No, it's trying to beat your defense, which was your armor class. Which he did. So now he deals 6 plus 1, so it's 7 damage to you. As he swipes at you, and I'm going to need you to roll a concentration or a Constitution saving throw.
So what die is that?
That is the D20 again.
Okay.
And on your character sheet, above skills, where the things are highlighted in green that you've been using.
10.
Okay, 10. A 10 does it. You're fine with the 10.
Okay.
So basically, you were rolling to see if you kept concentration on that charm spell. If you wouldn't have rolled a 9, you would have lost the charm, and he would have turned back around.
Okay.
Kill him. Always kill him.
Okay. Next up, Nigel.
What I have to do?
What would you like to do? You are now hidden in the bushes. If you attack him, you have advantage on your attack, which means you roll 2 dice and take the higher of the 2 numbers.
Okay. So I rolled 2.
Oh, sorry.
My other dice is in there.
Oh. There you go.
Okay. All right.
So you roll 2 dice and take the higher of the 2.
Oh, 16.
And a 1. So he's very lucky. He rolled with advantage.
And then I add
16 hits.
16
So
hits.
what are you shooting with your thing? With your bow? From there? Your short bow?
I don't have any armor on.
All right. So that is a 1d6.
Plus 4.
1d6 plus 2 piercing damage. You definitely hit him. So roll 1 of these 2.
One of those 2. Okay.
Yep.
5.
Plus 2. So that's 7.
7.
And then this is a sneak attack. So you get an extra 2d6 to add on top of that 7. This is where your character is especially good. Is like sneaking up. Oh my goodness.
10.
All right, what does it look like when this dude dies?
Oh,
That is beyond more than enough you needed to kill this guy.
Well, according to Steve, Kenny, you get more strength points for healing.
so I hit him and I shoot him right in the middle of the back of the head, and it comes out of his nose, and his nose is all splattered, and he just falls to the ground, and I kill him. We ain't got to worry about him no more.
Yes, you don't. He hits the ground with a thud.
Boom.
Zemena, you were almost surprised as you were just looking at him. Now he's in your space, in your grill, and you're ready for a battle, and suddenly that arrow, just like Walking Dead with Abraham, kind of just right through the head as he just falls.
And he just falls in front of me.
Yeah. And so yes, you guys have officially beaten them, and combat is now over. All right. So that I would say, look, I gave you guys the whole spiel about the mayor and all that stuff with the quest. But as you can see, D&D takes a long time, and it's a very complicated game. But I think that gives you a good idea of like how it's played.
Kathy, why don't you tell them about buying a coffee before we get out of here?
Okay, I will definitely do that. And thank you, Steve, as a D&D player.
Yes.
But I can see where, and I can imagine when you have a group of 5 or 6 people playing and with their own quest and missions, and again, as you're reading, or forming your characters, I guess that's part of the gameplay too. But here, we'll be back in just a second as I take just a moment to, again, thank you guys for hanging out with us. We are Kathy and Kenny, again, talking pop culture every Saturday night here on Facebook, YouTube. You can catch us on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube at K-Walk Comedy, please consider giving us a thumbs up, a like, and subscribing to the channel so you can catch us here every Saturday night. We talk all kinds of pop culture. To support the show, you can always buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/kwalkcomedy. And that just helps us keep going to bring the fun to you, whether we're throwing back with old TV shows or movies or games like a classic like Dungeons and Dragons that you've seen featured in tons of shows like Freaks and Geeks, like The Office, like a bunch of shows. And you might be an old D&D player from way back when. Like I said, I never had a group of friends to really get into it, but I can see where you can have fun with it and let your imagination just carry you away. Just like we have fun every Saturday night, letting our imaginations and memories carry us away as well. All kinds of fun things here on the channel. We thank you for hanging out with us. We thank you for the support. Don't forget to thumbs up, like us. Join the Facebook page, Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. Check us out on YouTube. You can also, for those of you in the Philadelphia, South Jersey area, check out Kenny and work.
Here at Words Out Productions, we are a spoken word neo-soul label. We have some fabulous artists, and we would love for you to be a part of our family. We have a studio that you can also use, even if you're not part of our family. Our studio is right over here. We're going to show it to you. We have a great engineer, and we have some great people working with us. So we have an open mic the third Monday of the month. And the studio we're about to show you, you can win 3 hours free studio time in our studio if you come to our competition-style open mic and perform. And we have judges. The winner gets 3 hours free studio time. So come check this out, man.
So that's I was trying to get a clearer image of that video. One of them I did pick up, but I'll work on it.
There is a clearer image up on Facebook and Instagram now. So if you go to Words Out Productions on Facebook, you go to Kenny KP Walker on Facebook or Instagram, you'll see the clear version. That version came from my Android. The clear version, the original version, was done on an Apple, and I downloaded it from my MacBook. So there is a clear version on the internet right now.
Oh my goodness! Can you say that again on your on the Apple?
I'm not saying that again.
You know what? You need to DM me that version.
Their Apple phone, and I downloaded from my Mac.
Did he tell you? Did he tell you how I pranked him with the Mac?
Yes, I told him.
Oh yes, that had me laughing. Oh, that had me laughing. That had me going.
It wasn't that funny.
It was. But anyway, this has been fun too, to get kind of an insight on Dungeons and Dragons. George, thank you so much for, and I know it was a lot of work to kind of put this together. And again, just a reminder for those of you looking for something for yourselves, for your kids, for kind of getting that experience, that you can visit that website, which is, let me pull that up again, www.adventuringportal.com is again a site that we'd like you to support if you are looking for an online Dungeons and Dragon game for your kids, or maybe even for you.
Thank you
and
so much. Yeah, try it out. And thank you, Steve Johnson, for the good job DMing. You seem to, I see you talk about strength points for healing, so I know you come from old school D&D, and I respect that. And that means a lot to me that you said thank you.
Yeah, Steve is old school pop culture kid, so he knows it all. So, and yes, great job as our dungeon master. All right, Kenny, you got anything else before we're out of here?
No, I have nothing else. If you're in the Philadelphia, South Jersey area, come by Miss Silly's Blues on Monday night and check me out on Monday night, Miss Silly's Blues, when we do our contest open mic where you can win the 3 hours free studio. You know anybody that has a talent, tell them to come on by Monday night. $10 to get in, BYOB. Tuesday night, I'll be hosting the open mic at Brothers Kitchen in Glendora, New Jersey. Come BYOB again. Great food there. And I totally just forgot about my diet, because every Tuesday night I'm eating collard greens, sweet potatoes, and fried chicken. It's just, that was so bad. But anyway, I grew up. Like one time I had a rib. They gave me ribs so big, I thought it came from the top of the Flintstones car. But that's where I'll be. And then next Sunday, I will be one of the features. And now you gotta look at my page. I'll be one of the features at a poetry thing going on in Atlantic City.
All right. So that is going to wrap it up for Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture with our D&D Learn to Play. And hopefully you guys got a little taste of D&D. If you're old school D&D, maybe you'll go and get back in it. Who knows? Maybe through with our pop culture kids, maybe we need to start a separate night and do a running D&D game. We'll
I would love to do a running D&D game.
I'd be happy to do.
We'll see. Now that I got my character, I can get into it. Steve, are you in? All right. We'll check on Steve, Audrey, Scooby Life. Hey, who knows? We might have to start our own running D&D game. But that said, Pop Culture Kids, we will be back next Saturday night with all new, another pop culture session. We will see you then.
Be safe out there. Love each other. God bless your soul. And keep living. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.